exchanges, and mutual learning make civilizations richer and more colorful. In July 2022, the World Council of Sinologists was officially established at Beijing Language and Culture University. On August 8th of the same year, executive body of the World Council of Sinologists, World Sinology Center, was inaugurated on the west coast of Qingdao. Over the past 2 years, under the care and guidance of the Qingdao Municipal People's Government and the Working and Management Committee of Qingdao West Coast New Area, as well as the generous support of New Area's Education and Sports Bureau, the World Sinology Center has made breakthroughs in international cultural exchange for academic research, collaboration mechanisms, actively carried out international sinology, academic exchanges, and dialogues among citizens. It has played a vital role in pulling the strength of sinologists and in serving the sinologist community during the process. The World Sinology Center has contributed significantly for people-to-people connections and exchange and mutual learning among civilizations. The World Sinology Center is committed to integrating world sinology resources for China studies and sinologist work, and offering more quality academic strength for cultural mutual learning between China and other nations. Relying on 67 languages within the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative and the abundant resources of sinologists from 103 countries, the Center activates the network of sinologists and institutional around the world for connectivity. It has established a collaborative innovation system encompassing Knowledge Center, Translation Center, Study Center, Writing Center, and Conference Center, and has formed a virtuous cycle of industry, university, research, and application. In the Knowledge Center, it is built with the World Sinology Dynamic Knowledge Database, known for its most languages, most complete data information, and most prompt monitoring and tracking system, which has become the root server of World Sinology. The Translation Center aims to enhance the multilingual conversion and processing capabilities of Chinese information worldwide, comprehensively respond to the language needs of different industries, through high degree of integration with new technologies and new industries. The Writing Center pulls together overseas sinologists, translations, authors, and publishers to write localized China story, centered around the local areas. It strives to shape a believable, admirable, and honorable image of China. The Conference Center revolves around global hot topics to engage high-end international communication and dialogue, and in-depth exploration and research on related academic theoretical issues. Its goal is to build a high-level international cultural exchange platform. The Study Center radiates its influence, attracting young sinologists, senior translators, and the rising stars of sinology from 140 countries along the Belt and Road, as well as other countries and regions of the world. Through study, communication, and training, it aims to further expand the circle of those who understand and are friendly to China, and to cultivate a reserve force for international public opinions. Establish a global communication and contact network, promote mutual learning and appreciation through academic exchange. In July 2023, the third dialogue on exchanges and mutual learning among civilizations and the first World Conference of Sinologists was successfully held under the all-platform support of the World Sinology Center. Chinese President Xi Jinping sent a congratulatory letter to the event. The past 2 years saw the World Sinology Center's fruitful holding of the first Sino-Balkania intersections of culture, language, and history. The Conference of North African Sinologists, the first Himalayan China Forum, South Asian Regional Conference of Sinologists, the Conference of Latin American Sinologists, the Conference of American Sinologists, a total of 5 overseas sinologist conferences. The World Sinology Center also conducted 57 exchange activities attended by sinologists worldwide, covering 37 languages of 78 countries. The Center has completed 50 overseas branch centers and point layout of national councils across the world, forming a global communication and contact network. From July 15th to 17th, 2024, building a community of shared future between China and Latin America. The first conference of Latin American of Sinologists was held in Argentina. Representatives from different Latin American countries, including over 300 renowned sinologists, distinctive scholars on China studies, politicians, and cultural figures gathered together and held discussions on the latest achievements and the development trends of sinology and China studies in Latin America, exploring the high-level, open, and win-win cooperation path and direction between China and Latin America. The conference has triggered a sensation in various sectors of Latin America, sparking a craze for regional sinology and China studies, and it has raised widespread attention among countries beyond Latin America and countries that are influential of traditional sinology and China studies. Meanwhile, under the framework of the World Council of Sinologists, the first regional council was officially established. Former Argentine President Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, the president of the New Development Bank of BRICS countries, former Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff, the incumbent president of Honduras, Xiomara Castro, and numerous leaders and scholars from Latin America constitute the members of Latin American Council of Sinologists. From July 21st to 23rd, the Conference of American Sinologists, themed with contemporary development of China from the perspective of American sinology, was successfully held. The Conference of American Sinologists is another important regional conference for sinologists under the theme of exchange and mutual learning between Chinese and foreign civilizations, held by the World Sinology Center worldwide. 17 renowned sinologists from the United States attended the conference. The multi-language copyright output project, Chinese Culture Encyclopedia, compiled by Professor Xu Baofeng, was selected as a typical case of the Belt and Road Publishing Cooperation. Its translations in English, German, Arabic, Russian, Portugal, and over 30 languages have already been published in succession. This year, 2 projects of the World Sinology Center were selected as the National Publishing Foundation projects. The Belt and Road Sinology Classic Book Series, compiled by Professor Duan Peng, president of BCLU, and World Sinologist Oral Histories of Chinese Language, and the International Dissemination of Chinese Culture, Volume 1, shared by Professor Xu Baofeng, have been granted. The Asian Classics Translation Program is advancing step by step, with multiple achievements appeared in the 30th Beijing International Book Fair. The World Sinology Center organized sinologists for the translation and publication of a number of books. It also set up a one-stop translation platform named Yishu, and preliminary completed a translation industry system planning encompassing 11 languages from 30 countries. Implement the Global Civilization Initiative. Actively promote dialogues among civilizations. The World Sinology Lecture has held more than 20 lectures since its inception, with lectures given by over 30 sinologists from 30 countries. Last March, the World Sinology Lecture was held for the 3rd session, involving the exchange and discussion of sinologists and young scholars on China studies from over 40 countries worldwide. In January 2024, the Center initiated Global Dialogues of Civilizations, with the first dialogue of civilization between China and Italy, attracting more than 200,000 live online viewers. In June this year, China-Latin America Sinology Season was launched, with 15 ambassadors from 9 Latin American countries stationed in China coming to Qingdao to witness the event. Accelerate the construction of the World Sinology Talent Training Center, Academic Innovation Highland. In October 2023, the Conference on World Sinology and China Studies was successfully held in Qingdao. More than 300 experts and scholars from over 130 universities across the country attended the event. This conference marked the largest scale, the highest standard, comprehensive public academic exchange platform of the research community for sinology, China Studies. The History and Theory of Chinese Sinology Research Series project was initiated and supported by the Center. By organizing more than 40 experts and scholars from over 20 domestic higher education institutions, focusing on the core issue of building China's independent knowledge system, the project conducted an in-depth and systematic academic review and summary, of overseas sinology research during the 40 years of China's reform and opening up. Over the past 2 years, under the guidance of the ministries and institutions, including the Center for Language Education and Cooperation and Chinese Association for International Understanding, a series of study camp activities themed with new Sinology program, doctoral graduate study camp, World Sinologists Qingdao Tour, and dialogue among youth from 100 countries was successfully held. More than 100 outstanding young Sinologists and young scholars on China studies from 89 countries began their advanced study on contemporary Chinese national conditions in Qingdao. The Translation Center has conducted Chinese cultural relics and museums, translation workshop, Chinese films and TV plays, translation workshop, and other advanced Chinese translation talent training programs, attracting the participation of more than 500 students from 85 countries. Continuously empower cultural exchanges between China and foreign countries in the new arena. Promote high-quality development and high-level opening up of education in the new area. With practical actions, the World Sinology Center continues to set up platforms, expand resources, build brands, and undertake projects for high-quality development of education and high-level opening up in the new area. It continuously carries out multi-channel, wide-ranging, and high-level cultural exchange activities between China and foreign countries. The World Sinology Center aspires to continue to collaborate with world sinologists, experts, and scholars related in fields in China. Together, let's explore the vast world of sinology. Enhance the understanding of Chinese culture among peoples around the world. Promote the peaceful development of the world and the progress of human civilization. Elaborate and interpret Chinese thought, Chinese philosophy, and Chinese practice. Contribute China's experience and wisdom for building a community with a shared future for mankind, and witness the new era of exchange and mutual learning among civilizations.